Here we are at the reconvened Kings County Democrats organizational meeting, and it happened on October 3rd, 2022. And you can see on their YouTube page there's about 174 views. Wow. And this is the quality of the video that is provided by our Democratic Party in Brooklyn. Let's go back a little bit. Let's at least try to understand. So they're sitting down. You can already see the quality of the video is very low and the quality of the audio is very low. Let's hear.
Good afternoon once again. My name is Arlenia Parada Makala. I am the district leader of the 54th Assembly District, and I am also the Kings County Democratic County Committee Chair. Thank you.
So if you didn't hear or understand what the chairperson said, let's look up what her name is. Here it is. Honorable Alina Alvarado Macala. It's hard to hear when people just say their name quickly, but that's her name right there. And there seems to be both a chair of the county committee and a chair of the Democratic Party. So let's just go back to the video. And
thank you for that. Was absolutely.
Yeah, so what they're doing now, it appears it goes on for hours and hours and hours, but one of the things that seems to be happening is slates for assembly districts. If anybody knows what that means, please post in the comments. But I'm going to just show how to jump around in this thing because there's a lot of just empty space, right? So we've already placed the date. Now let's try to see some of the things that actually happen. And what we can do here is, sorry about that, should be like that, is jump around. And what we see, this was around 12 minutes into this reconvened Kings County Democrat from, I guess, 2 years ago. We can jump around by doing this and then swiping up, and then you can go in detail. And we know that these slates, I don't know what's going on for hours and hours and hours, but we know that these slates, they changed the screen to a different screen at some point, right, to display the slates. So they actually jump around from video to computer screen. And some of these players, it appears that some of these people are known people. So if you have questions on who these people are, that would be good. Ask questions. Now, we got to go for hours and hours, and I recommend using this frame by frame or somewhat frame by frame search, right? And you can just skip around, and you know when they're talking about slates, which again, somebody should explain what a slate is. We hear that Anthony Malone, I think that's how to pronounce his name, talks about the Assembly District 44 slate, right? So the first slate, I keep saying that, is around 2 hours in. Here it is. So you can jump around and you can see that it's Edu Hermele, 43rd District. You know, he is connected with the party chairperson. I think they're married, or he's both, works in the Eric Adams government and is a, whatever they call themselves, what do they call themselves? These, I forget, the paid consultants that do whatever they call themselves. They're supposed to be registered lobbyists. Right. Good. So if we play at this point, there's just no audio, no good audio. This just goes on like this. It's just dreadful. Imagine having a a YouTube video like this where just all empty space and people yelling and okay, so now here's another slate with Anthony Malone, so I do recognize this one. And I believe there's some audio here. What we ought to do is just strip this video of only video that has audio, but then it would be a very, very short video. And all this poor quality audio, and video, well, the video is poor quality except for the computer screen. Oh, so now I think they're just going through, just flipping screens. It's not clear to me what they're doing. So I'm just jumping ahead just to hear if they have any audio. This is so bad. This is the quality, the Democratic Party. This is what we got. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I think they start talking here. Somebody's completely blocking the screen here.
Edie 40. Renee Paul, Edie 40. Rosemary Evering.
Yeah, we can all read, so we're just going to move forward.
Edie 33.
Finally, they give some
Alistair
feedback.
De Jesus. Team 2B. Thank you. You will have 1 minute to cast your ballot after the points announced and shown on the screen. Please carefully following the voting directions to cast your ballot for the candidate for the slate of your choice. I will announce when 30 seconds remain when voting is concluded and the results, which will also be shown on the screen. Against voting.
Point of order? What? As a district leader, point of order. District leader, you like point of order, Madam Chair? Madam Chair, point of order?
Are they not letting them?
No, they're not.
Why?
Hold on. Madam Chair, point of order?
Arlene, are you just going to ignore it?
Madam Chair, point of order? Madam Chair, point of order?
We are voting. Voting is in process.
So it's not clear who is even speaking here, and I guess voting is in process, so you can't have a point of order during. They make up their own, I guess, Robert's Rules of Order. You'll hear later that 3 chair whatever reprimands, and you get kicked out of the room. Who knew that was in Robert's Rules of Order? Wow.
I hope you guys are waiting for progress.
There was some shouting there. Couldn't even understand.
And then the other one was some.
As far as I can tell, the team 1A.
The chair has not recognized you. Please have a seat. Thank you.
Team 1A is always the Democratic Party so-called bosses slate, and the team 2B is always outsiders. They're clapping for no apparent reason.
Seconds.
This should give you pause if you're a part of the Democratic Party.
10 seconds.
This is supposed to jump ahead.
Sorry for the interruption. Who has clicker number 458? If you have 458, please return it to the front immediately. It is someone else's clicker and they're waiting to vote. They would like to vote. So you have the wrong clicker. Please, if you have a clicker that's 458, it is not assigned to you. Thank you so much. 458. Thank you.
Wow, that's embarrassing. They even have wrong clickers. Unbelievable. I could have sworn there's a way to move forward by 10 seconds.
If they have it, they can't vote.
So again, it's not clear what's going on. Let's...
Point of information, please. Chair, Madam Chair. Madam Chair. Yeah, go about this stuff. I have something here. How many put a speaker? They cannot get your speaker. And then now you're right. And then everyone. Right. See how it happened.
You should not adjust your set at home or your phone at home because that's actually the quality of the audio. That's actually what's happening. That's what's been produced by the Brooklyn Democratic Kings County Democratic County. Look at that. Democratic Party, Kings County Democratic County Committee. They have that word democratic in there a lot. Can't understand a word they're saying.
So that don't be.
Wow. This just shows how poor. Anyway, you go here, you pull this up, and you should be able to move around. And I think the next one will be this 44. So you would think, I'm pretty sure that vote was given.
Until such point as we have the addresses to do our due diligence to make sure the people being nominated are eligible to be nominated.
So this person is actually saying that there was no addresses, this Douglas Snyder, so they don't know where these people live and if they're qualified to be a county committee member for that election district or assembly district. This is the only part that I've seen so far or heard so far that you can actually hear the people.
You can file a complaint afterwards if you wanna dispute that.
So I would.
It's not clear who just made that decision. Did the honorable person make that decision or someone else made that decision? But basically they're saying, don't dispute anything now, do it later. We're just going to go through with the vote.
The decision of the chair to the body.
This is again Douglas Snyder, I believe. Yeah.
Chairman,
This is embarrassing. Look
The question is on whether the decision of the chair be sustained. A majority of the vote is required to sustain the chair's decision. All in favor of sustaining the decision, chair say aye. Aye. All opposed? Nay. So be it a roll call vote.
So that means I join the assembly?
The body will come to order while we call the roll call. eligible run. Then you have to come back. Because that vote right now is out of the.
This is so hard to understand. I apologize to everyone who's at home. Imagine watching all 4 hours or whatever this is. 8, 4, who knows. I think it went on before this too. I think that clock is saying how many hours? It's not clear. Because it says it's 2 hours and it's 4 hours and 50 minutes. But we're in it for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and the clock just is meaningless. There's just random people running around. This is just unbelievable. We have to take out all this. What is going on?
Clickers are being programmed, so we're not going to have to do a roll call.
Oh my God, they have to program this clickers. I could just imagine how long this is going to take. What happened to Anthony? I think Anthony said something. I'd like to get this.
It means that any one of us could bring a point of order that this election was not properly held, cause that election elected somebody to fill a vacancy that was eligible to fill that vacancy. So my question is, you have to reach out